So today we will see the entire concept of views one by one. What is view? In SQL, a view is a virtual table that created based on the result of an SQL query. It acts like a real table, but it doesn't store any data itself. View क्या है? एक logical या फिर virtual representation of a table, which is created on the basis of SQL query. It acts like a real table, but it doesn't store any data itself. View में कोई data available नहीं है. तो व्यू कहाँ से वो डेटा लाकर आपको शो कर रहा है? फ्रॉम द बेस टेबल बाय यूजिंग द अंडरलाइंग क्वेरी, राइट? द स्टेटमेंट व्हाट इट इज सेइंग, इंस्टेड ऑफ इट फेचेस द डेटा फ्रॉम द अंडरलाइन टेबल्स व्हेनेवर यू एक्सेस द व्यू. जब भी आप व्यू को एक्सेस कर रहे हो तो व्यू कहाँ से डेटा लेकर आ रहा है? बाय यूजिंग द बेस टेबल, बाय यूजिंग द अंडरलाइंग व्यू क्वेरी. व्यूज कैन इंक्लूड डेटा फ्रॉम वन और मोर टेबल्स. व्यू में डेटा एक या फिर एक से ज़्यादा टेबल से भी आ सकता है. एंड दे अलाउ यू टू सिंप्लीफाई कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेरीज, enhances security and improve the data organization. So these are the use cases of view. व्यू एक बेसिकली क्या है? लॉजिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है. व्यू जब भी आप क्रिएट करते हो, फिजिकली इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू बी स्टोर एनी डेटा सेपरेटली इन द व्यू. ओके, so simply it will fetch the data from the base table only. The basic syntax of creating view is create or replace view. Create or replace view. View name as whatever query you will write, accordingly that query the view will be getting created here. We'll see one example for that. Select star from EMP. We have this table having around 9 records here. Okay, I wanted to create one view on top of this table. Okay, and let me create a view. Create or replace view. View name I want view underscore EMP as. Okay, select star from EMP. So what is the base table into my view? The base table is EMP. What is the underlying view query? This is my underlying view query. Let me execute this view creation script. So query returned successfully. Let's check the data from the view. Select star from view underscore EMP. I have given the view name as view underscore EMP. Let's check. So you can see all the data from the base table you can see in the view. But in the back end, what is happening from where we are getting the data? From EMP table. View का definition क्या है? Select star from EMP. When you try to fetch the data from this view, indirectly what query will be getting executed in the back end? This query, which is used while creating this view. This is the definition of this view. View underscore EMP. You will get the data from the base table only, right? So that is what the view definition is saying. Whenever you try to fetch the data from the view, you will get the data from the base table only. So that is what the view is. Types of views. What are the types of views we have? So we have simple view, complex view, and materialized view. In simple and a complex view, we can call them as normal views. Okay, and the last one is materialized view, which is slightly different from your normal views. So we'll see one by one. First we'll see simple view. What is simple view? A simple view is created from a single table. हम simple view किसको बोलेंगे? जो view एक single table पे बना हुआ है and which does not use any aggregation functions or complex joins. It directly maps column from the base table to the view. सिंपल व्यू बनाया है सिंगल टेबल पे, जिसमें एग्रीगेशन फंक्शंस नहीं है, जॉइंट्स नहीं है, कुछ भी कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेरी वगैरह लिखा हुआ नहीं है, सिंपली सिंगल टेबल से डेटा आ रहा है व्यू में. सो दैट इज यू कैन कॉल इट एज अ सिंपल व्यू. ओके, as we created this view, you can also call it as a simple view. It is coming from a single table. Here you don't have any complexity. यहाँ पर कुछ भी complex logic नहीं लगाया हुआ, right? And base table भी single base table है. So this view you can call it as a simple view. Okay. What if I insert or update the data or records in a base table, right? What if I delete the record from the base table, right? What if I insert and update records in the view? What if I delete the record from the view? So अगर ये सारी एक्टिविटीज में व्यू या फिर उस बेस टेबल पे करता हूँ, सो हाउ व्यू और द बेस टेबल विल रिएक्ट, वी विल validate them one by one. Okay, so this is my simple view. We can call it as a simple view, right? Simple view. So all the options we are going to validate. What if I insert some records into the base table? We already have 9 records into the base table. The same records I can get from view as well. Insert into emp values, let's say 110, and here I'm adding one more record, Vikas. Salary is 49,000 and he is into, let's say, administration department. Let me insert this record. I have added one more record into the base table. What is the base table? EMP, right? And I have a view on the base table called EMP, right? So if I have inserted that record into base table EMP, will it be available into my view underscore EMP? Let's check this view. Yes, that record is, you can find it into the view as well. Why? Because view doesn't contain any data. It basically brings all the data from the base table only. It means automatic refresh option. It means automatically data will be refreshed, right? Why it is refreshed? Because at the end the data is coming from the base table only by using the underlying view creation query. View creation का query क्या है? This is, right? This query will brings the data whenever you try to get the data from the view, right? This is as simple. Okay. What if I update the record in the base table? What if I update the record in the base table? Update EMP set DPT is equals to others, where DPT is equals to admin जहाँ पर है मैं सारे records update कर रहा हूँ. 2 records I have, 2 employees who are in the administration department, admin department, 106 and 110, right? Let me update this. A query should update 2 records, right? Update 2. Let check the data from the base table. हमने base table में update किया है, right? Let's run this query. See, 106 and 110 इनका department change होकर others आ गया है. Let's check the view. View में वो same updated data दिखता है कि नहीं? Right. This is the updated data. If we insert any records into the base table, or if we update any record into the base table, that will be directly reflected into the view, because view is bringing the data from the base table. It doesn't contain its own data separately. वो separately अपना data कहीं पे manage नहीं कर रहा है, right? So this is the second. This is what we have validated, insertion or updation. The next thing we are going to validate, what if we delete some records from the base table, right? Let's check the data. Select star from EMP. Check the data. We have 10 records into it. Delete from EMP, where DPT is equals to others. मुझे 2 records delete करने हैं, ये 2 records, so I'll be deleting those records. 2 deleted. Let's check the base table. Here it is. Now I have only 8 records. I just wanted to check the view now. Select star from view underscore emp. Into my view also I have only 8 records, right? 2 records are got deleted from the base table. The same update I can see in the view as well. Okay, so deletion also we have checked. What if we insert the record or delete the record or update the record in the view? Let's check. Okay, select, sorry, I have this data into my view. I wanted to insert some records into the view. Insert into view underscore emp. Insert into view. Values, insert into my view name. Values, I'll be adding 110 current. He is having 75,000 salary and he is into admin department. Let me insert this. See, I have inserted one record. Okay, let's check the view. You may insert हुआ है कि नहीं? Yes, हो गया, right? Check the base table as well. Select star from EMP. मैंने insert तो किया है view में. Whether it will be available into the base table or not? Yes. The record is present in the base table as well. Since I have inserted that record in the view, but it is got inserted into the base table as well. ये ऐसा क्यों हो गया? Base table में record कैसे available हो गया? Whenever you are inserting the record into the view, it is not inserted into the view, it is inserted into the base table only, because the actual or physical container for your data is your base table, not the view. View doesn't hold any data. It's bringing your data from the base table by using the underlying query which you have given while creating the view. Okay, let me check with updation. Update view emp, set dpt is equals to others, where dpt is equals to admin. 2 records मुझे, एक record मुझे update करना है, this one admin वाला. Let me update this from view. I'm updating that view in the view. One is got updated. Let's check the base table. See, the base table record got updated. Updation also reflecting the base table, right? We can check with the deletion as well. Delete from view underscore emp, where dpt is equals to others. I'm deleting the record from the view. Check the view whether we have that record. We don't have that record, where the department is others. Let's check the base table as well. Even it is not there into the base table as well. So we have validated all the options: insertion, deletion, updation from the base table as well as from the view. When we are updating or deleting anything from the base table, it is same reflected into the view as well. And if we do any activities into the view, it is reflecting into the base table, because physical container is base table and it is holding the actual data. View is just a logical representation of that particular table. Okay, let's move. The next thing we have is complex view. Okay. Similar to the simple view, we have one more type, which is complex view. Here is slight difference between simple and a complex view. Whereas in simple view, we were having single table into the view creation, which is the base table involved. एक ही base table involved था हम जब भी simple view create कर रहे थे, लेकिन जब हम complex view बना रहे हैं वहाँ पे एक से ज़्यादा tables involve हो सकते हैं, right? There is a chance of having joins, aggregations, functions like sum, count, average, and other SQL functions. Okay, it does not necessarily reflects all the columns directly from the single table. यहाँ पे मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि सारे कॉलम्स एक ही टेबल से आए. यहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है कुछ कॉलम्स एक टेबल से, कुछ कॉलम दूसरे टेबल से, ऐसा पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है. एंड देयर इज complexity of a query. That's why we can call it as a complex view. Okay, there are multiple tables involved into a creation of your complex view. There is a chance of having different SQL functions like aggregations, union, SQL functions. Okay, so that's why you can call it as complex view. So now we are going to create a complex view and we'll validate the same things whatever we have validated with the simple view. Simply we will first check how we can create the complex view. Create or replace view. emp dpt underscore vw. Create or replace view. I missed to give the view. Create or replace view as, first I'll check select star from emp. We have one table called emp. Let me check another table. Select star from dpt. We have these two tables. I wanted to join these two tables to get the data. Okay, select, let me get the columns from first table. Select id comma name comma salary and dpt from emp table. Let me give the alias to this table, e dot dpt, e dot salary, e dot name, and e dot id. I have added the alias to all of the columns. See, I got all the columns from employee table. Let me check the columns from dpt. Let's add all the columns from your department table as well. Let me add the join. Inner join with dpt. I'm creating an alias d. On what column I'm joining these two tables? e dot dpt is equals to d dot dpt. We have a common column called dpt. I already took the dpt column from employee table, emp table in the select statement. So I'm not adding adding it one more time. d dot dpt name. The name is somewhat wrong, dpt a name. So I have given dpt a name, comma d dot address. I have added all the columns from department table as well. So this is my join query. Let's validate it. So here I have missed the keyword called on. So that's why it is throwing an error. अब देखते हैं रिजल्ट आता है कि नहीं. So here we have an error. Let's shape the column name DEP80. DEP80 is a column name. Now we are going to check this query, the join query. We got the all columns from both of the tables. We got 8 records with this join query. Let me get this query to create a view which we can call it as complex view because two tables are involved. Joins also got involved here. Let me create this view, empdept underscore vw. Let's run this. View is got created. Let's check the data from your view. Select star from this view name, empdept view. Let me run this query. So all the records from your view you can see in the complex view, right? The same query which you have created for joining two tables, I have used the same query while creating the complex view here. Here we don't have any such kind of thing which will mention here it is a complex view or something else. But whenever you find out multiple tables involved in the view creation, जिस एक से ज़्यादा tables involved हैं, joins involved है, union है, multiple tables in short है, या फिर कोई SQL functions involved है, okay, that complexity you can call it as a complex view. Okay, so this is how the view is built on top of this join query. We are going to validate few functions, few things against the complex view, whether it will work with the complex view or not. The first thing, complex view, deletion of record is not possible, it is saying. For what it is not possible to delete any record from the complex view. For a view with joins or aggregations, you cannot delete record directly because the database cannot map which table should be affected, right? अभी मान के चलो मेरे पास ये दो टेबल का ज्वाइन है व्यू में, इन दो टेबल्स के कॉलम्स मैंने ऐड किए हैं. मैंने दो टेबल्स के कॉलम ऐड किए हैं. एक टेबल से आया आईडी नेम सैलरी एंड डिपार्टमेंट, दूसरे टेबल से आया है डीपीटी नेम एंड एड्रेस, राइट? ओनली on the basis of these two columns, which table it should impact, whether EMP table or DEPT table? No, right? It is not going to take an action to delete particular record from any of the particular table. Database cannot understand from which table the record should be deleted. So that's why it is not possible to delete the record in case if it is a complex view, because multiple tables are involved. Database cannot understand from which table it should be deleted. So that is the first thing. But still we will just validate. What if we delete the records? Delete from the view name is emp deptvw. Delete from this view where id is equals to 109. Okay, I'm trying to delete this record. Let's check. So view that do not select from a single table or view are not automatically updatable, cannot delete from this view, क्योंकि ये multiple table से आ रहा है data, the database cannot understand from where it needs to be deleted. So that's why deletion is not possible in case if it is a complex view. Next thing we are going to check is with complex view, insertion is not possible. It's saying insertion is not possible with complex view. Why? Let's check. Let's check the data from the complex view. इतने सारे records है अपने पास. Let me insert into this view name values. $110. For all the columns, I'll be providing the values here. Okay. Lakshman. Salary is 34,000. Sorry, salary should be numeric. 34,000 and department is finance. Department name I'm providing. Okay, finance. Providing an address called option. Okay, I have provided values for all the columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a 6. We have 6 columns into my view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let me select this query. Let me try to insert into the view, which is complex view. View that do not select from a single table or view automatic or not automatically updatable, cannot insert any data into this view. So it is throwing an straight message or error saying that it is a complex view you cannot insert because it is derived from multiple tables. तो डेटाबेस यहाँ पे डिसाइड नहीं कर पाएगा कि ये कहाँ पे कौन सा डेटा इंसर्ट करना है. इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल टू insert the records into the complex view. Okay, fair enough. So next thing, so till now we saw creation of the complex view as well. So next thing, which is pretty much important for us again, you'll see materialized view. The last type of the view is materialized view. Unlike simple view, complex view, to the simple complex view, we can call it as normal view now, and materialized view as separate category we can consider. Materialized view is totally different than your normal views. A materialized view which is having a physical existence into the database is यहाँ पे जब हम simple और complex view बना रहे थे, simple और complex views are bringing the data from the base table, which are not storing the data by their own. वो बेस टेबल से डेटा ला रहे थे. लेकिन इन केस ऑफ दिस मटेरियलाइज्ड व्यू, इट विल होल्ड द डेटा सेपरेटली इनटू अ डेटाबेस ऑब्जेक्ट, इनटू अ मटेरियलाइज्ड व्यू सेपरेटली. इट इज नॉट based totally on the base table. It is maintaining its own space where it is storing its data. Okay, we'll see the definition first. A materialized view is a database object that stores the result of a query physically onto the disk. जब भी आपका materialized view creation statement आप execute करते हो, physically वो एक object बना लेता है as same like a table, and it will store that materialized view का data into it. It is static snapshot of the data. Static it means which doesn't change. Okay, जो भी डेटा है, जो भी अंडरलाइन क्वेरी है, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट क्वेरी इट विल क्रिएट सम स्टैटिक स्नैपशॉट ऑफ द डेटा एट द टाइम ऑफ इट इज क्रिएटेड और रिफ्रेश्ड. राइट, जब तक उसको आप रिफ्रेश नहीं करते हो तब तक वो स्टैटिक ही रहेगा. जब उसको रिफ्रेश करोगे, जब उसको क्रिएट करोगे, तब जाके वो डेटा अपडेट होगा फ्रॉम दी बेस टेबल बाय यूजिंग वॉट एवर क्वेरी यू हैव गिवन व्हाइल क्रिएटिंग दी मटेरियलाइज्ड व्यू. Unlike standard views, materialized view improve performance for complex queries. How materialized view improves the performance of the complex queries? जो भी complex query use करके आप materialized view बनाते हो, each time that complex query is not going to be executed because that complex query is to just bring the data from base table. एक बार वो कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेरी मटेरियलाइज व्यू क्रिएशन का एग्जीक्यूट हो गया, अनटिल एंड अनलेस यू आर रिफ्रेशिंग द डेटा फ्रॉम द बेस टेबल, आपको वो कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा. बाय डिफॉल्ट इट विल गेट द डेटा फ्रॉम द मटेरियलाइज्ड व्यू. ओके, because they don't need to recompute the data every time they are queried. If you query the data from materialized view, each time we are not going to get the data by using that underlying query to the base table. Instead of that, it will give you the data from the materialized view, which is physically present into the database separately. Okay, we'll see the example there. I'll explain more about the materialized view. Let's see the advantages of materialized view. Improved query performance. As I said, each time the query will be not getting executed, so that's why the performance will be increased. Avoid recalculating the expensive queries repeatedly. हर बार तो आपका बेस क्वेरी जो भी मटेरियलाइज व्यू क्या दिया गया है वो नहीं एग्जीक्यूट होगा until unless you refresh the materialized view. जब आप रिफ्रेश करोगे वो अंडरलाइन क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट होगा, बेस टेबल से डेटा मटेरियलाइज व्यू में आएगा. प्री कंप्यूटेड रिजल्ट, आपने मटेरियलाइज व्यू बनाया है, इसका मतलब है प्री कंप्यूटेड है, ऑलरेडी आपका कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट हुआ है एंड रिजल्ट इज स्टैटिकली अवेलेबल इन टू योर materialized view like a table only. Simple to manage, easy to create. Simple statement है create करने का. Simply you can refresh the data to get the data from the base tables. Let's take an example of creating the materialized view first. The same query I'll be using to create the materialized view here. The join statement. Create or replace materialized view. View name I'll be using mview empdpt. Okay, as this is my underlying query. Okay, while creating the materialized view, we have two choices here. While creating the materialized view, we have two choices. Immediately after creating the materialized view, you want the data to be there into your materialized view, or you don't want the data to be there into your materialized view. ये दो ऑप्शंस आपके पास है. इमीडिएटली जब भी आप materialized view क्रिएट करते हो, करने के बाद उसमें आपको डेटा देखना है, अवेलेबल चाहिए आपको या फिर नहीं चाहिए. उसके लिए दो ऑप्शंस है. Let me introduce with them. With data and without data. Here are the syntax for your the queries where you will create the materialized view with data or without data. Let me validate it first with data. With data. When you choose with data option with your materialized view creation, when you create the materialized view, automatically after creating the materialized view, you will get the data according to your underlying query. Let me run this. What does this create or replace materialized view? Should be possible, right? I have created the materialized view with the name called mview empdpt1 as this is my underlying query. I have created the materialized view with the join query. Let me check the data from my materialized view. Select star from my view name. Let's check the data. See, I have this data here. I have the data immediately after creating the materialized view because I have chosen with the data option along with my materialized view creation query. What if I don't use that option? What if I don't use that option with data? मैं ये option नहीं use कर रहा हूँ. Even I'm not using any other option. I'm giving the materialized view name as mview empdata2. Okay, let me run this query. See, the query is got created. Let me check the data from select star from mview underscore empdata2. Let me run this. Even after not using the option with data with my view creation, with my materialized view creation, I got the data because this option is by default there even if you don't use it. If you don't want the data, you have to forcefully mention that without data you want the materialized view. Let's validate that option. With no data. I'm creating the materialized view with no data option, the same query, and the materialized view name is mview empdata3. Let's run this. The materialized view is got created. Let's check the data from it. select star from the materialized view. The view doesn't contain any data. When you mention with no data, until and unless you are refreshing this materialized view, you don't get the straight no data even. You will get this error message, materialized view. This view name has not been populated yet. Use the refresh materialized view command to refresh your materialized view to get the data from the base table by using the underlying query. अब इसको हमें व्यू को रिफ्रेश करने के बाद ही हमें डेटा मिलेगा या फिर हम इस एरर को मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं. ओके, नाउ PostgreSQL doesn't, as we are using PostgreSQL, we have to follow some guidelines from it. PostgreSQL does not support incremental refresh like other databases like Oracle or any other databases, and it won't सपोर्ट दी ऑन कमिट रिफ्रेश. जैसे कि आपने बेस टेबल में कुछ तो चेंजेस किए हैं, आपकी मटेरियलाइज व्यू में रिफ्रेश होगा. दोज काइंड ऑफ ऑप्शंस आर नॉट हियर विथ PostgreSQL. यू हैव टू मैन्युअली रिफ्रेश बाय running the command called refresh materialized view. You can refresh your materialized view here. Refresh materialized view name is this one. The syntax for your refreshing the materialized view, refresh materialized view and view name. Let me refresh this. As I'm getting this error when I'm trying to fetch the data from this view, let me refresh that materialized view. Query returned successfully. Okay, let me check the data now from this materialized view. Now I got this data, right? So this is the command to refresh the materialized view. Now if you do any changes into your base table, whether it will affect into your materialized view or not, that we will check here. If I insert some records into the base table, now we have EMP table and DPT table. As we have this some complex query here, I'll create one more materialized view which is simple to validate those options here. Okay, select star from EMP. I have this table. I wanted to create the materialized view on the basis of this table. Create materialized view. View name is mview_emp. Has select star from EMP with data. This view is already exists, so let me change the name here. This is also exists, so let me change one more time. This is also exist. So I have changed the name entirely. So it has got executed. I have created the materialized view with the name mview empc. Let's check the data. I have created the materialized view with data. Select star from my materialized view. So I have this data now. Okay. Let's insert some records into the materialized view. Insert into materialized view values. Let's say 1110. Location. He is having some 88,000 salary. He is into IT department. Let me run this query. Cannot change materialized view. Cannot change the materialized view. MView EMPC. You cannot insert the data here into your materialized view. Okay, let's check the materialized view, how it is. We have passed all the columns here, 1, 2, 3, 4. First column, second column, third and fourth column. Even after passing all the columns properly, it is not going to accept those records into your materialized view. If we insert the materialized records into your materialized view, it is not accepting, right? Let me try to insert it into the base table. See, record I have inserted into my base tables. Will it be affecting my materialized view? That record which is newly added into my base table, employee table में जो मैंने record insert किया है, वो मेरे materialized view में available नहीं है. Why? Because materialized view needs to be refreshed, then only you will get the updated data here, right? So for that, let me update my materialized view. For that, refresh materialized view. View name is, this is my view name. So now I wanted to refresh my materialized view. Materialized view is got refreshed. Now let's check the data. This has got the new record. After refreshing my materialized view, the base table record got added into my materialized view. What if I'm deleting some record from materialized view? Delete from, a materialized view name is this, where id is equals to 110. Cannot change the materialized view like this, right? So you cannot modify the data from the materialized view, right? So these are the things we have keep in mind while working the materialized view with the materialized view. So that's it for today. This is all about simple view, complex view and materialized